Tadayo. Oh shit. Tadayo. Wait, is this working? Oh, there we go. It feels like it's been years since I last streamed. Actually, wait, when was the last time that I streamed? Holy shit, 3 weeks ago? It's been that long? Oh my gosh, I'm like almost like I'm forgetting how to stream or something. It's okay, I have so much to talk about, but also at the same time. Wait, no. Yes? It's no. Almost forgot my voice is crazy. Hello Gwenkin, hello Jocko, Shizuku, hello V, hi Rune, hi Weiwo. Oh my gosh, you guys forgot how I sound already? It's crazy. You know there's the archives from the previous stuff, right? But like, I'm like actually so tired, you guys do not understand. I feel like I could fall asleep midstream or something. I hung. What? You can read in my voice, it's kind of crazy actually. Yeah, maybe it's okay for you to sleep. Maybe sleep. Fuck. Maybe it's okay for you to forget. Never mind. So you can forget. You know, I'm okay with that actually. Instead of like reading stuff in my voice, I think I prefer that you forget. Okay, I don't know how if you can tell, but like my voice is like my throat feels like dead. Cause Saturday, the off Kai live, I was like so what is it? I was like so energetic and so into it that like I feel like my voice like died that night. So what the hell? No AI. And also I'm not saying either of those things out loud. It's going kind of Jocko. Anyway, okay. So off Kai. I was like super shy, so I didn't really tell anyone or really say explicitly that I was going ahead of time until I just happened to be there. I didn't really say anything to most people until like the day or two before that I was there. I guess some people didn't even know until I was there as well, but um so yeah, my itinerary was basically because I only wanted to use um like 1 day of vacation for my work, so then what I did was the flight departing was like Thursday night. And then returning back Sunday night on another flight. Like that was kind of the idea, so that we only use vacation for the Friday. Oh my gosh, okay. Picturing myself explaining everything about Offkai, I felt like I didn't expect myself to be this hard in explaining. I'm like having trouble keeping track of the things I already said, but anyway, of which I only said one thing anyway so far. Anyway, yes, so then our flight was like, it was like something like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and it was only like a few hours long. So we arrived. Okay, so it was so much more expensive to fly directly into San Jose, so that we ended up flying into San Francisco and having a friend pick us up there. So I only got home 5 hours ago. Oh my gosh. So I guess there are still a lot of people still coming home that took the Monday off or something like, or just I don't know, you know. But anyway, so then we landed in San Francisco like close to midnight, and then it's still like an hour drive to San Jose, which is where the convention is this year. Because last year was San Francisco, right? But so then this friend that's like really this really good friend like came to pick us up and drove us like the hour or like 40 minutes or whatever it was from San Francisco to San Jose, which is where we were staying. And like we were sharing a hotel room with a whole bunch of people that like we traveled with before and stuff like that. Like people that we've either seen at Offkai like the previous years, or like friends that have like either come up to see us, or even friends that like we also saw them in Japan for HoloFest in like the previous years and stuff like that. And so when we arrived at 1 a.m., like half the room was asleep. We didn't want to disturb anyone. So then I ended up sleeping on the floor. Like, I only had like enough space for like my shoulders, and actually I was like, it's actually quite comfortable. Because there was this one time where I was doing like a house party with some friends like years ago, and then like that one, it was like a whole weekend, right? And the whole weekend, so every time I went to sleep, I slept in a closet, and the closet was just like my shoulder length, but it was like perfectly cozy. So like I was actually pretty happy sleeping on the floor of the hotel, like shoulders. But yeah, that was only for the first day. After that, we kind of like shuffled everything around, and then everyone had a proper space to sleep. But it's because we arrived at like such a bad time, like late, that we just kind of like, oh whatever, we'll just sleep on the floor. Fan out of dive and sleeping in a closet's kind of crazy. But I do love sleeping on the floor, yeah. And there's 5 of us in the room, so yeah. But there was like okay, the room was so small, then there was so much stuff in the room, like people, like stuff that they brought, because a lot of them, oh not a lot of them, a few of them are local, so it was just like their stuff was like everywhere, so it was like hard to get around too, and we didn't want to disturb anyone or wake anyone up, so I'll just sleep on the floor, you know. It's like whatever. I'm tired. I'm too tired to figure everything out anyway, so I'll just, you know. I can't remember who said this. I think it was my brother once. He was like, kind of, what's the word? Like jealous? Admiring? I don't know, but it was like whoever, I think it was my brother, but I'm not sure anymore. They were like, the fact that you can sleep anywhere is like pretty OP, I feel like. Well, I don't know. Oh my gosh, hi Carlo. But I guess I can sleep anywhere if I'm lying down, because I can't sleep on a plane because you can't lie down unless I just like use melatonin to force it. But anyway, okay, so we went to sleep. It was like 1:30 a.m., something like that. And I only got like, I don't know, 5 hours of sleep, and then woke up. There was the free hotel breakfast. It was actually pretty good. There was like, you know, the standard stuff like toast, bacon, scrambled eggs, sausage, but it was actually much better than I expected it to be. And so like, because last time when I went to Offkai, that was back when it was at the Hyatt Regency, and I stayed directly in the Hyatt Regency, and I don't think they had breakfast there because it was like a smaller hotel, but so then I was like, holy shit, free breakfast, I'm gonna abuse this every morning. And so I just ate a whole bunch, because like I ate more than I probably would or should have for breakfast, because I mean last year when I went to Offkai, there was like times where like I didn't eat breakfast, I didn't eat lunch, I just ate dinner, and dinner was like small, and that's all I had time for, or something like that. But then this time I was like, okay, this time I'll eat a huge breakfast, not eat lunch, and then if I eat dinner, then I'll eat dinner. I don't know. It's that kind of thing. Hi Ryuji. Skip meals? Oh my gosh. Okay, when I travel for a convention, yes, I'm probably gonna skip meals all the time. That's just like normal. Breakfast was the free face coffee. That's breakfast. That's not coffee. Or that's not coffee. That's not breakfast. But also coffee for breakfast, I feel like, I don't know, coffee in general usually makes me want to use the bathroom, so it's like I can't do that personally. But... so yeah, so then the first day happened. Got like 6 hours of sleep after the free breakfast. SKK and I went for badge pickup. Picked up our badges. The line actually moved so much faster than I thought it would for some reason. I thought it was gonna take forever, but I guess everyone mostly picked up the day before. Oh my gosh, hi Lehang. And then after picking up our badge, I was like, yeah, I want to go back. And like, I can't remember. I feel like I probably went back to sleep, but maybe that's wrong. I don't remember anymore. That's a blur now. But yeah, and then at some point, oh my gosh, wait, I'm having trouble remembering now. So SKK and I started heading back to the hotel at some point, and or to the hotel, to the venue at some point. And then I guess I probably should have seen this coming, but so because SKK was cosplaying Hanabusa Lisa, and we literally just walked into the back to the convention center after picking up our badges for the first time. And like we walked through the door, and then and then walking out, like someone like a group of people walking out, like going the opposite direction, was passing us by. I was like, "Whoa, nice cosplay," and then asked for a picture. And the timing on it was actually crazy because we just happened to walk in and they just happened to be walking out. And the person that asked for a picture was Rurubi. I was like, oh shit! And then he read my badge. I'm like, oh shit. He was like, hi DP, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh fuck. So yeah, I guess I was like, I don't know, because I was like super shy of like, meeting people, right, and stuff like that. But whether I liked it or not, I think the moment I walked in, boom, we made Urupi. So I was just like, that was kind of crazy. Okay, so I don't know how to phrase this. It might sound, what's the word? I don't know if this is like offensive or not, but okay, so in my head, I always pictured Rurupi to be like 180 centimeters or taller or something. But at the time that I met him, I was wearing heels, so we're like the same height, around the same height, and that kind of surprised me, to be honest. And like, I don't mean this in a bad way or anything. I was just surprised, you know. Oh yeah, that's true. Rurufi is very buff, so yeah, he is definitely like short king type shit. What else did I do that day? Right, so like after that, Asuka and I went around to the artist alley, and I don't remember, but basically I tried to, because in a different server there was like a group order for off-kai ribbons, like those, the ones you put on your name tag, and like a month or two ago, I made designs for an Arya one, a Hirano one, and then as a joke, I made a Daipen one, but I didn't think it would be that. I didn't think people would actually want to use it. I just like made it as a joke for myself. And then I don't know. It's why you guys like, so as a joke, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, so then we're like, the minimum order size for those ribbons was 100, which means I had to make, so I ended up with like, what is it? I ordered 100 Arya ones, 100 Hirano ones, 100 Daipan ones, and then 100 of the Sorotomo ones. And then yeah, by the end of the convention, I was expecting to run out of I almost basically ran out of Arya and Hirano ones. which is actually kind of crazy because I didn't expect it to be that popular. Missing 4 shower heads? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's like Offkai exclusive. Well, to be honest, I didn't think it looked that good anyway. I just kind of like made it in like 10 minutes because I was like, oh shit. What if I make a Daipan one? And then I think the one that looks the best is the Aria one. I like the Aria one that I made the most, but no, it's so basic. But anyway, right. I knew there was artists selling Bispo and stuff, but I didn't buy it right away because I kind of thought that I didn't think it would sell out so fast. But pretty much every artist that was like selling Bispo and stuff, including my friend Nullery, like they were like selling out faster than I expected. I guess like they didn't bring enough stock because they didn't expect how much it would how much they would sell. So yeah. So, yeah, the artist like must have also been surprised, right? Like the only artist like that I know personally was Nullery, because she's my friend. But yeah, I don't know. I was really surprised as well. I was like, oh shit. But then, yeah. Is Vespoian popular? It's hard to say. I mean, the panel. I don't think the panel room. Actually, we'll get to the panel when I get to Saturday. But panel room did not seem very full. I think so. I don't think necessarily it's a sign that it's popular, but it's a sign that definitely the artists that brought merch for them probably didn't print enough compared to what they thought. Like there wasn't enough compared to how much they brought, if that makes sense. But Facebook JP, I didn't really see a lot of merch for that either. So what the hell's going on here? Daipan Shrine? There is no shrine. What do you mean shrine? What's gonna be on the shrine? There's nothing there. Except for just a ribbon, I guess. And then at some point, what is it? SKK and I were chilling in the atrium. I kind of missed the atrium of the Hyatt Regency because it felt like the entire convention was happening there. But Offkai obviously grew in that time, so it's like they needed to take up so much more space, which means it's just definitely not the same feeling as last year, but the heck? It's ribbons button stand. What? Where is all this coming from? What are you guys talking about? Shrine? I don't want to know. I don't want to know actually. Don't expand on that. But yeah, so then at some point SKK and I were sitting in the atrium, and then since I already met Rupi anyway, I was just like asking him to come over maybe, and then the 3 of us can just sit in the atrium. And then we just like chilled, but I was like still very nervous because it's like I have never like met like a wingman in real life, you know? And then at some point, Potato Chip and Danny also came over. I don't remember what we talked about anymore. And then I think during that time, probably someone was talking about our stuff for selling out. So I don't remember what we talked about, but then after the SKK and I went back to the artist alley, we bought a bunch of stuff because we're like, oh shit. All the Vespo Young goods that artists brought is selling out. Oh, that's true, Flexi. I did meet Ian's photo, yes. Oh my gosh, that felt like so long ago now. Wait. Because it's June. Oh my god, that was like 5 months ago. That's true, actually, then. That means I was the... Yeah, then I was probably the first wingman that I met. But it was not... It was very brief. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, like, forget like that. I just mean, like, because it was very brief, like... Maybe SKK? Well, I mean, because SKK is my friend before all this, so it's, I don't know if that counts. Because then if we're counting like that, then the first wingman that I met would be Vest, because I met him like Oh god, I don't want to say the number, but many years ago. But yeah, after buying a bunch of stuff, we went back to the hotel to recover a bit. We went out and ate dinner with some friends, like, and then we went to eat ramen. And then I thought it was super funny because I still at the time hadn't explicitly said that I was at off Kai anywhere. And then in the Wingman server, I could see people being like, wait. People were like, wait, is Daipon at off Kai too? Because Daipon and SKK's food pictures look like similar. I thought that was really funny. So next con you should make a giant Daipon standee? No, thank you. Okay, so the thing is, like, I don't even know how people transport those around. Like, that's gonna be so annoying. And besides, there's only like 10, 20 people, let's say at most, that might know what Daipon is, like who I am, and then possibly be interested in it, but I really doubt it, you know. I prayed you were gonna be an off Kai, it's kinda crazy. Staged Staged for the lack of RuneScape is also crazy. Oh yeah, and I saw your reply. I thought it was really funny, but I didn't want to say anything. But someone else making Daipon ribbons is actually the idea of that is actually crazy. So I don't know. So because I was like I don't know, like I could never picture or see someone else making Daipon ribbons. I feel like that'd be kind of weird, but yeah. I thought you said a long time ago when the server you were going. I don't remember actually, so I think I was probably vague or like I don't remember what I said anymore, but even like leading up to, I never really said that I was going or confirmed it because I was really shy. So said I find good morning edits on off Kai ribbon is kind of crazy. I don't know for that one. But also Daipon cardboard cutouts. I don't know. I think that'd be too cursed for the world. I don't want to imagine a Daipon cardboard cutout. Also imagine like, well, if it was like life size, then I could just like see myself. You know. I don't know how I feel about that. So you're not saying no yet. I mean, if it ever happens, I don't want any involvement in it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. Don't let me know about it if it's happening. I will not be doing it myself. Exactly right. It's just like your badge. I have my eyes closed. I'm not looking. Even if it was life size, I'm small. It's actually kind of crazy. I mean, okay, I'm not that small, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that, as I expected, I think I was the shortest wingman that I met. So, although, yeah, I guess the only time that I did not feel small is because when I met Ruby, I was wearing heels, so I was not. We were closer to the same size, but I'm pretty sure he was still taller. Also, besides, I'm selling nobody. It's just like, why would we make, diaper cutouts and all that shit when I'm just like, I don't know, you know. What? We have a year to prepare is also kind of crazy. I don't know about that one. I don't know, Glencairn. Moonlight, I think during your hiatus, Moonlight confirmed that she's shorter than me, so I'm not gonna be the shortest wingman anymore. Okay, Jocko, no, that's crazy. Okay, I'm not reading that comment. I'm not reading these comments anymore. I'm gonna go back to telling, talking about what happened this weekend instead of these weird comments and stuff that you guys are making. Okay, so after the dinner, not immediately after, but like sometime after, I got like so tired, probably because I got like 5 hours of sleep on the floor, and then I ended up taking a nap and for like 4 hours, and I was like, shit, I don't know how I'm gonna sleep that night. So then, like, I tried to sleep properly, but then I could barely sleep, and then I ended up with another 5 hour sleep night for this Saturday, and then okay, Saturday, free breakfast. It was amazing again. The hotel, like, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, toast type stuff. And then, yeah, so the first thing I did that day was I went to the industry area and I gave V4 Mirai booth staff a whole bunch of like Hinano and Arya ribbons. I wanted to give it to them on Friday, but their booth looks super busy, so I did not go anywhere near it at all that day. And then around 1:30 p.m. was the Bluebell meet and greet. Well, it's Bluebell and Mischief together, but I mostly watch Bluebell. And then I went to line up with Rudupi and Danny. And then we went to wait. We went in. What's the right way to say this? I was gonna say met and Gret, but that's not right. We meted and greeted her. I don't know. we okay. We met her. I'm just gonna say that. That's easier. Not like it's not like we met and Gret her or something. But yes. And then okay, so I was like really shy, nervous, didn't know what to say. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, so yes, we met her, and then okay, so we really didn't know what to say, but we were shy. But we introduced ourselves. We're like, oh, we're the master squad, including the winner of the Eve Sniper Challenge, Danny, that kind of shit. And then Phoebe was like, I'm really kind of like embarrassed at this. But like Phoebe said that I looked really cute, so then she asked me to like do a twirl and stuff like that. Anyway, and then before like we realized it, like I didn't know how long the meet and greets were, but it was supposed to be a minute per person or a minute per group. So then the minute was already over, and then we just like wished her good luck on her pred grind because she's doing pred grind starting tomorrow, like the next split. So yeah, and then we just like left. What's wrong with you guys? I'm killing you too. Franklin and Jocko. And then right after the PP meet and greet was basically the Vispo fan meetup thing. More ribbon distribution. There was like a merch shrine. I don't know if people posted pics of it, but there was like a merch shrine. My friendly hang standees were there. So I guess I don't know who's. I guess Lee Hang made them last year, but I don't know who like manages them this year. And then a whole bunch of people put their Ita bags and stuff. Mine was also there. It's with the printed Aria but badge PNGs. And I feel like I don't remember, but people probably posted like the merch shrine pictures on Discord, but I just realized I don't think there was ever even a group photo of like the meetup, so I don't even know. But I think there was like 30 people that showed up, something like that. But yeah, and then the panel happened. The panel was pretty awesome, but it felt like it was like a stream, like a normal stream, but just in real life with audience participation. Well, I felt like the format was kind of strange because it was like, oh, if you participate, then there's Q&A, but I felt like that was kind of like a weird format. But it was still entertaining to watch, of course. Because it was like, okay, so it's like you volunteer, and then if you're picked, then you go up, you play, then you do a Q&A while they picked someone else or something. I was like, I don't know why, but to me that the format was kind of weird. But obviously it was still a good time, and I was really glad to see that there was all 5 of them together, right? Because that's kind of rare with all their time zones all over the place. But yeah, I felt like they kind of needed like an MC or a host or something to like direct things. I was kind of lost at some point. Well, not lost, but like I was like confused, I guess. Like I don't know what's happening. And it was like I wasn't sure how many games people were playing too, and it was like changing the game format each time. I was like, I'm not sure what's happening. Because I thought it was like gonna be like 1 round per person or something, but then it was like, oh, actually one person's gonna play until it was like the 3 rounds or something. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I never played Party Animals before. But anyways, it was still a blast to see, and like watching a stream kind of thing, but with other people in the room. It was like you could actually feel the energy, so that was really cool. And then the one thing I thought was interesting was that so when the panel started, after everyone, like as we were coming in, I think that's when the Vispo Manasans were giving us the official like Vispo English ribbon for your name, your badges. And then after everyone like came into the panel room, I went over to one of the Manasans, and then I gave him a whole bunch of Hinano and Arya and Emma ribbons. So the Emma ribbon was made by another friend of mine, the Seiso Deska ones, but because that friend was like super busy in meet and greet lines, like every like half the day, all days, I basically just like asked him for half his stash and just like distributed to everyone because he wasn't able to go to any of the Vispo stuff. So then, yeah, at the beginning of the panel, I went up to the Manisan. That was, you could tell they're Manisan, of course, because they're literally wearing the Vispoian jacket that's literally not out yet. So then, yeah, I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna give them to like every like staff something that I see, like the V4 staff, the Vispo staff, and just hope like I don't know that it just is enough for a lot of people or something. Can I have one of the Emma ribbons? No, Ewo. Unless you want to come all the way and find a wingman. You're not supposed to say sure. That's way too far. And then after the panel, I feel like they forgot to mention it, but because some of the members already mentioned it on stream, like they're accepting letters for the Vispo members. It's like there was 2 exit doors from the room. One was the Mane-san with the jacket, and one was a different person. And then my gosh. And then, okay, so I was like, because I know we're not supposed to, but I wanted to try anyway. I lined up for the Mane-san with the jacket because his line was like longer. And I wanted to like leave last so I could ask him some questions. And I asked like, oh, can I put like the keychain inside my letter or is that like not allowed? Because I wanted to give Arya a Wraith keychain because that I got from the Apex Collab Cafe back in March. But because of the policy, he said no, unfortunately, so I just gave him the letter as is. So he didn't get a Daipan ribbon? Alright, I gave like most people, like, I gave a whole bunch of Hinata, Arya, and like a few Daipan ones. So hopefully they can like, diffuse it, but I guess you might have to find another wingman or something and hope that they have some. Alright, and then the Mane-san, on our way out, like there was 2 exits, right? The Mane-san with the jackets, he like let us pick on our way out, like, oh, which one do you want? I was like, Arya, of course. So he gave you the Arya one. But I heard that the people that left by the other door was just gotcha. Like they just like got whatever they got, So then I didn't know that. So then I just like lucked into the right one, I guess. So then when I saw Arya's reply to my tweet that's like, oh, you gotcha lucked, I was like, I didn't know what to say because it's like I didn't know if it was gotcha or like what, but it's just funny that I ended up getting Arya's right. So I guess like I'm grateful to the Mane-san for letting us choose. So yeah, the guaranteed full, exactly. So after that, just wanted to recuperate, went back to the hotel room. And then the wingman dinner. I don't really know what much to say because this is like obviously like involving other people, so I didn't want to talk too much about like the details, but basically we went to Hot Pot. And then like I was sat like in the very corner, like the opposite of where the waiter would come in and like place the food and stuff, so I was just like, so I don't really go to Hot Pot often. So I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. But then, because where I was sat, I was just like, I can't even reach anything anyway. So everyone's just gonna put stuff into the hot pots for me. And I was just like, okay, I guess I'll just eat then. Because like, I can't reach anything from where I'm sitting anyway. Exactly. I'm just there for the ride, I'm just there to eat while everyone else is like, cooking and stuff. And then after that happened, most people were going home. Also, I was like sad because Zurupi was saying he was going home. It's like going home the Sunday morning. And then because it's one thing that was like it's Friday and Saturday morning when I met Rupi, right? I was wearing heels, so I was like about as tall as him. But then by the time of the dinner, I switched to wearing like sneakers. So then that's when I realized, oh shit, he is taller than me. Like I forgot that he's actually taller, like noticeably taller than me, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to say he's shorter than me because obviously he's not shorter than me, but that's what I remembered and realized like, oh shit, he is like much taller than me. I was just enjoying the height buff, Okay, the thing is, I don't know what is your guys' classification for a short king, so I don't know. Did I get all the Beast Boy on cards? I only got the Narin card. I totally forgot about the trading cards being a thing until like the last day, so I mean I got a free Narin from I think it was Potato Chip, I think he had extras, but I totally forgot about trading cards. So I don't know. I wish I got the Aria card, but I was like already on the way out of the convention on the Sunday when I remembered, oh yeah, shit, I should have done that. Okay, I actually don't know if Luffy is under 170 or not because, well, I have no idea. So I don't know. Go ask him. Let's see. Just typing that in the chat is kind of crazy. But I was, the ones I were wearing were about 3 or 4 inches, somewhere around there. So without that, I remembered, I was like, oh shit, I am short. Oh yeah, and then after the live, or after the hot pots, Yuji gave us a ride back to the venue because right, Ruby was leaving, Danny was going home, but he was like the opposite way and stuff like that, so kind of split. And then SKK and I went to the Offkai live. It's the one that had I don't remember the names of everyone that participated, but there was like Yusan, there was Narissa Ravencroft, there was Kizuna. Like those 3 are the ones I was most excited for. Especially Kizuna. And then so yeah, like the thing is, like the line started at 4:30, but the Vispo Yen panel ends at 4, and I was just like, yeah, if I show up and I make it in, I make it in. And yeah, so there was like literally like the very end of the line when we came in because everyone was like lining up for hours. And so like they put us in like a standing section. And then like in the standing section, there was like a pre-show where they had this like group, they called it the Off Choir, which I thought was like such a good name. And they're like singing, what's the word, like was it acapella? I don't even know. I don't remember well anymore, but they were singing a whole bunch of VTuber songs as a medley, as a choir. And I thought that was super cool. And then like out of nowhere, well, SK and I like are like standing off to the side in the standing section. Some random girl walks up to us from behind and is like, she said something like "Osuma-san and kore wa nan no kyoku desu ka?" something like that, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, like what song this something like this." And then SK and I realized, oh shit, she must be Japanese. So then we started like, because she like kind of apologized for asking in Japanese at first, but then SK and I obviously can speak a little bit of Japanese, so we started like responding back to her in Japanese, like, yeah, all the songs they sang so far are like VTuber songs, either from like, oh, example, like what was on the screen, like Hollow Stars, so just like independent VTuber songs. And then when the live actually started, we started talking to her about like, oh, like, have you heard this song? Like, do you know this VTuber? And like stuff like that. And then later she introduced herself to us, and she was like, okay, obviously she was surprised that we know Japanese, right? And that we have like some degree of being able to talk to her in Japanese because English is obviously her second language. And then it turns out that she was actually like a JP, like, well, obviously she's Japanese, but she's like a manager for Irium, like the vertical streaming app. So just like, whoa. And like we told her like, oh, like we're Canadian. And then and she was like, I can't remember exactly how we said this, but it was like, she said, I think it was either her or SKK. One of us said something like, "Oh, waza waza Canada kara kimashita," and then And then 10 minutes later, like, oh, but for her, like, oh, was like Nihon kara kimasu, like, she came all the way from Japan, which is actually crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say it was like connections. Like, I wouldn't say like we necessarily like. I was just like there to vibe, so I didn't like ask. None of us like asked for like contact. We were just having a good time, So yes, I believe Arium is a Japanese app, but then it's just only recently coming to North America and like setting up stuff here. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was like really like interesting. We just happened to like chance into talking to a JP person from Arium. No, that's embarrassing. I'm not linking her my channel, and also like it's me on Arium. I've actually never used Arium before. The only thing I know about Arium is the recent like Arium tournaments, like the Apex one that Arya played in. But then let's see. And then the concert was really good. Um and then at the ending part, I was like, I wanted to cry when I was like Kizunai's part. I was like so surprised because Kizunai did 3 songs. Um I didn't recognize the later two, but the first one was the one that she first released when she got back from her hiatus. And then it seemed like she ended, but of course it was like the waiting for encore section. So, but I was like really surprised. I was like, everyone was chanting encore, encore, but I was like, I wasn't sure if they would actually do an encore for this. But then Kizunai came back and did a few more songs, including like the Hello World, which is like it's one of the songs she sang when she was going on hiatus. So I was like super emotional. I was like, I wanted to cry. And then when we got back to the hotel, I was just like, I couldn't stop thinking about the concert. But yeah, that Saturday night I started packing up because Sunday night was our flight. Um, the way we were doing this though was so the people we were like room sharing with, like our friends, like they actually were there since like Wednesday. They're there for like Wednesday to Monday, but we do the split where we only pay for the days that we are there, so it's cheaper when we're all there. And so like we didn't have to check out on Sunday because some of them were staying till Monday and stuff like that, or it's staying there Monday night, leaving Tuesday morning, that kind of stuff. But oh my gosh, hi Raya. So yeah, the Kizunai part was so good. I was like so happy. Like I never ever would have expected that I could see Kizunai like in a live concert. So I was very happy. And then that was like the end of the Saturday. I had to drink some water 1 sec. Okay, super chat is crazy. Like not only am I too small for super chat, I wouldn't want to turn it on because I don't want you guys to I want you guys to save your money. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. I'm glad you forgot. Oh my gosh, good. I'm so glad. Oh yeah. So then our story brings us to Sunday. Sunday. So I got 7 hours of sleep. which was the most I had that trip. 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep, no like 5 hours, no sleeping on the floor. The free breakfast was amazing again. And then so there's like a mutual of mine on Twitter that like I'd only like she's a Japanese fan of Minto. And that's why like she comes to Offkai like this year and last year. And then I saw her tweet where she was like eating breakfast. And she was like, "Oh, if you see me, come say hi." And then I was like, wait a minute. This photo that she tweeted, I was like, this is literally where I'm eating breakfast right now in the hotel. And then I looked, and then her seat was like 5 meters away or something. And I was like, wait a minute, isn't that her? So then I said hi. We met each other, and she gave me a cute mint sticker. But I was like, what is the timing on this? I see the tweet like right there. I raised my head. Yeah, it's literally like raised my head, and she's like right there. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, she's like Japanese. So like I walked up to her and I was like, it's like, 待って、〇〇さんじゃないですか? It's like, oh, この写真を見たら、it's like, oh, それはここじゃないと思ってた. Like, you know, that kind of thing. I was like saying like, oh, like, it's 5 minutes. No, it's like 5 meters or something. Like, and then it was just like, because when I saw the photo, I was like, oh, isn't that right here? And then obviously we talked a little bit. I introduced myself. I was like, what the heck? Like, what is this timing? I literally just sat down to like, you know. And then I didn't really have any plans on the Sunday at all. Like on the Friday, actually, I did want to go to the Ayami Mints panel, and then I also wanted to go to the. I was super curious about the ASMR panel, but I was like, I kind of like overslept or like procrastinated and didn't go to either of them. Saturday, my only plans were like the Vispo meetup and the Vispo Yen panel. Oh, and the Bluebell meet and greet. Which I achieved and did all three, but then Sunday had like nothing that I particularly wanted to go to, so I was just kind of lost most of the day. So then I ended up like going around with a friend. Like I had a friend who was helping with a whole bunch of different booths. And then we ended up going to the keyboard meetup. I don't know shit about keyboards. And then, but we just like there, like touching around on keyboards and looking at people's stuff and you know stuff like that. Because my friend bought a Vispo keyboard, like I used that as an opportunity to distribute more Vispo ribbons to people. And then, right, and then I remember like jokingly saying to a few others, like, oh, like there's like blurs at Offcar. Like imagine if people like gave him like an Aria ribbon or something. But then like a group of us kind of happened to encounter Blur at the artist alley at once. It was like maybe 4 or 5 of us. I don't remember. And then we gave Tim Aria ribbon, and he was like, at first he was like excited, like, oh, something for me. And then when he realized it was an Aria ribbon, he looks like so upset. And then he like took a photo of him like middle finger like while holding the Aria ribbons. And then like he literally like, I don't know if I should be saying this part, but he literally was like, he was like saying like, oh, fuck you, like as obviously as like a joke, or like it's, I don't know, is it a joke, is it sin, I don't know, but he was like saying fuck you, and then he was like, she was literally like showing the phone and was like him sending it to Aria and be like, fuck you. Which I thought was really funny. But he still put it on his badge though, which I thought was really nice. So yeah. What the heck, Hayabu? Yeah, I think he might just be sooner, I think, but since when the hell were you here, Apu? I didn't even realize. Oh my gosh, I wish I could have, like, if there was ever an opportunity for me to meet Knock, if I could give him an Aria ribbon, that'd be nice. But yeah, after that, I didn't really have any planned. So I think I just went back and just like started to prepare and pack. Oh right, and then what was it? On the way to the airport, I had to ask my friend to drive us to In-N-Out. So we had In-N-Out. That was like, I don't know, late lunch. Around the time we started sleeping on the floor. Honestly, I'm a floor sleeper. Sleeping on the floor is nice. But wait a minute, if you're listening to some, that's basically like the start of the stream, which is actually like you've been here this whole time. Like, hello? This guy's lurking. How to rate the burger? Okay, the burger was really good. The fries were kind of just okay. But I thought it was so funny. Okay, so like, the In-N-Out was so busy, so that we sat outside, and then there's this one guy like a table away. He's got his like iPhone on like a tripod, facing him, and he was like there with like a few people. And at one point, the guy turns to his iPhone and is like, "Hey, chat, blah 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 blah," and I was like, "Wait a minute, this guy's streaming." I was like, I don't know, I've never seen that before. Like just seeing some random guy streaming. But I don't know, I was like way too tired. I was still not gonna crash the stream. That's like so weird. But I thought that was interesting. Alright, and then that was also the point. It's where I asked SKK if I can borrow his hand sanitizer. He was so confused, and all my other friends were confused. He was like, "What is hand sanitizer?" I was like, "That's just your hand sanitizer." But hand sanitizer is a long like word, so why would I say that? I can just say hand sanitizer. Like to me, that's normal, but apparently to them, like they've never heard anyone say that before. And then I saw SKK say that in the Wingman server, and apparently none of you guys ever heard that either. And I was like, "What the hell?" I could swear that hand sanitizer is like a real term that people say, but. How is it? What? How is it not normal? Hand sanitizer. It's like, it's nice and short, you know. So. Also, hello sushi. And no, I'm not gonna pretend I'm live streaming too. That's like so awkward. Like, what's wrong with saying hand sanitizer? I don't understand. If you guys don't call it hand sanitizer, what do you call it? Sanitizer? Hand sanitizer? Like you just say the whole thing? What would you guys say? Sanitizer? Tizer? Oh my gosh. Okay, I think sushi may be right. The Japanese the Japanese thing of putting the words together. Oh my god. Pass me the Tizer. Tizer? I don't even know. That's so weird. And saying the whole thing is just so long. Why can't you guys just say hand sanitizer? You guys should say that from now on. Please say hand sanitizer from now on. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, Luke Cornelio, I haven't seen your name in so long. But yes. I mean, I don't care if your friends get confused. Just say it and then eventually they'll get it and they'll say it too. Hand sanitizer is like I don't know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty nice. Hi, potato chip. And I guess you can quote me, but I don't know if that will make any difference if you quote me, but I don't know. Hand sanitizer is just normal to me. Or maybe it's just like me and my family type shit, but I don't know. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize I was doing the clapping the whole time. What's been covered? Okay, so I was just saying. Okay, time to do the whole stream all over again, guys. I'm going back to the beginning. We're rewinding a whole hour. I'm joking, I'm not doing the whole thing, but TLDR, Saturday, arrived at like 1 a.m. I slept on the floor because I didn't want to disturb anyone that I was sharing a hotel room with. And then the first wingman I met at Offkai was Dudupi because he happened to be walking out of the building at the same exact moment as he and I were walking into the building. And then he saw my name tag and was like, "Oh, hey, DP," and I was like, "Oh shit." And then some point later that day, you were there, but we met at the atrium. And then Saturday, I talked about the Bluebell meet and greets. I talked about the Vispoyan panel, and then the Offkai live. And then I just covered like Sunday. Like I didn't really have any plans. All that happened was just like meeting someone I knew from Twitter, and then also like encountering Blur. And then yes, and then I think we're caught up. But I was like super pissed on the way back because the flight back was delayed by like almost 2 hours, and it was like some like I don't know. So then we're supposed to arrive back at our home airports around like 11 p.m. But then, yeah, I think they probably flew faster than normal or something to like make up the distance or make up the time lost. But yeah, landed at the home airport around like 12:30 a.m. All the trains already shut down for the day, and the buses only come like once an hour. So then I just Ubered home, and I was like so sad because if the flight was not delayed at all, then I would have been able to just transit home with using the train, you know. So yeah, and then got home around like 1:30 a.m. Only got like 5 hours of sleep, and then had work today. And then I was like, shit, because like something important was happening. Like, okay, it was just like just perfectly overlapped where something was happening at work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That I like it would have been my responsibility if I was here Friday. Then I had to like ask a coworker to cover for the Friday, and then today I had to come back and like write a report and everything that happened, all the data that we got over the weekend. And like the report was super long, it took me forever, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can finish this before the end of day. And then I ended up finishing it, but I forgot to report on something else. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna have to do that report in like right away as well in the morning. But I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like super tired, but I'm glad that most of that stuff is over. But my room is like a mess right now because I didn't finish my packing. I just kind of threw everything on the floor, you know. On the work YouTube, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, my team at work is like kind of undermanned right now because my team lead is on paternal leave for the next like month and a bit. So me and my coworker are like trying to cover everything as just a two-person team. And then with me away on the Friday during like an important weekend, kind of just left my coworker alone. So I felt really bad. Even though I was like so tired and wanting to call in sick today, I was like, shit, I need to come back and like do the part that's actually my responsibility and make up for the fact that I wasn't here on the Friday. So yeah. But yeah. So off kind this year, I would still rate it as a 10 out of 10. But the feeling compared to last year was like super different. Last year, when I went at the Hyatt Regency, it was like because most people were staying in the hotel that it was happening, and the hotel had the like the atrium in the center of the whole hotel because like the way it was like the way it was shaped was like it was like the plaza in the center, and like last year it was like what was it? It was like what is it? I guess because everyone practically everyone was staying at the same hotel. It was like um Like, it was really easy to visit, like, for example, the party rooms and stuff like that. I'm not really much of a drinker, but last year I did go to a few of those and, like, drink a little bit. But I didn't do any of that this year. I felt like I was a lot more tired this year. I guess, like, maybe it was just, like, my sleep quality was not as good or something like that. I'm not sure, but... Oh, no, I know what the difference is. It's because last year, someone bought, like, what is it? It was like a 24 pack of Monster or something for the room to split. And obviously I can't finish that, but so I would just pour some for myself and drink a little bit, and then SKK would drink the rest of it. But then this year we didn't have any Monster, so maybe that's why, like, maybe last year I was just, like, super energized from Monster, and then this year I didn't have any. I was just, like, you know, a normal person, so I was just, like, super tired. So, yeah, because of that, I didn't have any opportunity to go to any of those, like, drinking room parties or anything this year. I was just, like, I just want to sleep, you know. If the VIP incident is what I think it is, I don't want to know about it. I think I heard about it, but I don't want to know. But I was definitely a lot more chill this year, and I feel like also, like, the feeling in general was more, Offkai was more like a conventional okay, this sounds really stupid, more of like a conventional convention, but because it wasn't like everything happening in the atrium kind of thing anymore. It was actually, like, you know, very segmented into different areas and different places. But I do appreciate that because the con has to grow anyway. Like, one way or another, it's going to grow in attendance. So it makes sense that now it feels like more like a normal, like, convention. Okay, so I don't know if it is, if we're thinking about the same thing, but either way, I don't know if I want to know. But yeah, like, I would still rate. I would rate off still rates. I make it sound like a bad thing. I would rate Offkai 10 out of 10 this year in my experience. I was really glad. I basically was like the most, like, the thing I was most concerned about was, like, attending the like, doing anything that's like VSPO related, and I feel like I was able to pretty much do that. So. So yeah, pretty much like a con, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't sure if I was still gonna end up going this year. Gosh, I can feel my voice dying again. But because, you know, like, I feel like the what is it? You know, recent developments between two countries, shall we say, have not been very amicable. So the thing is, I booked this event, or what is it? I booked all the stuff, like, back in, like, October, November. And if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't. I'm not sure if I would have gone. But the thing is, at the same time, Vispolian was there. And so I was like, shit, if I don't go now, then they won't be there next year because of because Alfkai has that guide where it's like they don't invite guests for repeat years. So if Vispolian comes this year, they won't be here next year. The earliest they might return is 2027. So I was like, oh shit, like, I don't know, but things turned out really well anyway, so no problems. But I was really anxious and scared about that as well. So yeah, I'm really glad I went and that I was able to meet people. Yes, exactly. Their first con appearance, and oh my gosh, first con appearance that wasn't Yokota Con, because oh my gosh, I'm actually so happy because after not being able to see them in Yokota Con with SKK, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I'm probably not gonna go to Offkai next year unless things like this, unless situations change. But I don't know. We'll see. Next year ruined is crazy. You might have to wait longer to what is it? IRL super chat or whatever it was you were saying earlier. Of which, by the way, if that happens, I'm gonna refuse because I don't want to receive IRL super chats. But yeah, like I don't know what else there is to say. But I don't Daipan meetups sound crazy. Like it's really hard for me to picture or imagine anyone would want to like have some kind of like Daipan meetup or like Daipan shrine, anything like that. Like you guys should not do that. I'm just a Daipan, you know. Oh my gosh. Script trip to the cow is crazy. Also, Vispo Fest. I wish I could go, but I can't like afford, going to Japan for like a third time this year. A DP Apex panel, like there isn't even anything I can. I'm not even like qualified to put on a panel for Apex. I feel like I'm not that good. There's so many people that could, but not me. The Apex grind. I don't know. We'll see. I'm super excited about the Vantage changes, so I do want to play tomorrow. I don't know how much I'm gonna grind next splits. I guess we'll see how Danny and Udupi feel, but I don't necessarily feel the need to go for Masters again, but I do want to just like W key and see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. Things change. Okay. Good night, potato chip. Okay, that wasn't a Dangerous Space Time panel. Just sounds like a stream, but you guys attend and like together in person, where the audience is like in person. That I don't feel like that's that different from just having a stream. So yeah, I guess yeah, just chilling the split is kind of like the goal, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I probably won't be traveling anywhere at all for the next while. Like, no plans to go. Like, even though it's Holofest, like 3 years in a row, I don't think I'm going to the next one because it's expensive to keep doing so. And I do have a family trip planned sometime next year, which could be like consuming a lot of vacation and money. If I want to in the overcooked panel, it's kind of crazy. It's not happening either. I'm just chilling. 2028 is so far from now. I don't even know what's gonna happen, where we're gonna be in 3 years. It's like, where was I 3 years ago? 3 years ago, I only just discovered Vispo. I mean, I knew about Vispo, but I never really started watching until around that time. And then that was like my first HoloFest in 2022. I don't know, what did I do in 2020? 2022, I remember being so happy that I hit Diamond 4. It seems like I hit it once in like 2021, but that was like season 12, and I didn't really have any concept of like rank that much, but people said like that was like one of the easy seasons, but I don't remember. That was like super long time ago. So like 2022, I guess was like the first time I actually hit diamond that wasn't like a quote unquote easy season. Oh, that's right. In 2022 as well. I remember SKK and I did like a panel at a local convention about VTubers. That is like all I can think of and remember that I did in 2021. Oh, sorry, 2022. Oh my gosh. And this is like even having my thing out. My spreadsheet of like things that I did that year. Yes, that's the one, Jocko. Hi, Anorak, thank you for coming. Why the fuck is there so many people here? 22 concurrence? It's actually crazy. What did I do? I didn't do anything, guys. I'm just chilling. Yeah, this just is Zatsu, but like, people that I see in chats of other VTubers coming here, like, I'm just like really nervous, you know? Like, hi Danny, hi Buddy-san. Like, for example, like, okay, names I don't usually see in chat, which is like shocking me because like I'm nervous about that. Is like, you know, like Anorak and Lucrolio, you guys. Obviously, I've seen you guys around, but it's like it's been so either like not really interacting much or like haven't seen you in a while. So it's just like, what the heck? That's what it's you were doing here. Imagine if you're streaming your master climbing, it'll be 2K. No, I don't know about that, but that does remind me. I totally forgot that before I left for Offkai, I was working on a video about getting to masters with Daniel Dudupi, but I need to finish that. I need to finish it, but then tomorrow is the new Apex season, so I don't know what's gonna happen and when, you know. So. Exactly, the grind calls. But I don't know. I don't want to grind. I just want to chill. But I guess I'll see what happens. Maybe if things are going well, we'll feel like grinding. But I feel like a lot of the drive disappeared now that I hit it once. You know. So if we climb, we climb. So okay, going back to the original like Offkai topic, I don't have anything more to talk about for Offkai, so I don't know. Might just like end it here or something, unless there's like some other subject we want to talk about. No. That's crazy. That's like some Halu type shit right there, Choco. I'm not good enough for that. And also, there's no way I'm gonna be like queued with them is actually crazy. So yeah. I know Halu is your lame. There's no way I'm gonna do that. Oh my gosh, imagine Danny if we queue into them and then we kill them. I think that'd be better than... I don't know. Exactly, with a charge rifle? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna open Apex. I mean, I feel like I'm rusty. I mean, okay. This is something that I always say that's like, I feel like if I haven't played Apex in like a few days, I feel rusty. And so because I haven't touched a computer in like a couple of days, I feel like I'm rusty. just using the computer, so. But like, it still doesn't feel real to me that Masters, you know. If I kill Baby while she's streaming, she'll go wild. But the thing is, I don't know how long she's gonna play for, and also, like, what is it? It's usually like, for example, for Arya, she usually finishes her stream before I even finish work, so there's no way I can like. There's no way I can like snipe Arya even if I wanted to, so I kind of imagine probably similar for BB, but BB does stream a lot later than Arya does, so I don't know. We'll see. I still can't believe this shit's real. Oh my gosh. I feel like they gotta run into each other. Usually Arya plays in the morning. I didn't actually check to see what time BB plays, but I feel like there's gotta be a chance they'll run into each other, right? Like, how many people are gonna be doing the grind? Like, so I don't know what servers they're gonna be on, but Arya and BB are both like Eastern time, right? So I feel like there's a good chance they might see each other at least once, especially if they're both grinding for so long. I still can't believe this is real. It's like I have to wait for the season to end in order for me to, or for the split to end for me to believe that it's real. "11 hours left in this." So yeah, I kind of, for those who missed it, like I tweeted, what is it, like a week ago, that Danny, Dodoopy, and I, we hit Masters together to be like grinded for so super hard. Like the games were good on Olympus, so we were just like, okay, like we played, I don't know, we started like, let's say 10 p.m. And we are like, well, the games are good, so then we ended up playing until like, I don't know anymore. Like 5 a.m. or something. And then, so yeah, because we were like, okay, no stopping until all three of us hit Masters, and so like, yeah, I like called in sick the next workday. I don't remember anymore, Danny. It was at 5 a.m. And then the next day, I was like, was that even real? So I had to log in to check and feel like, oh my gosh, it is real Masters. And I still can't believe it. Meeting 2 hours after that is crazy. So did we hit at the same time? No. So we're like maybe 300, 400 RP away from each other. So, you know, we kind of switched to our alts accounts after the first one hit it. So like, you know. What the fuck? 5 minutes surround sound in the car is actually crazy. I'm not gonna think about that because I think that's strange. Yeah. Okay, so like, okay, so this is like, I'm like kind of like, what is it, embarrassed him at this? Because like, I know my first time hitting Diamond 2, it was like, that first time I was like queued with like Ren and Pisu, and they were like, because they're both super good. So I felt like I didn't really deserve the Diamond 2, and they were like carrying me. That's how I felt. Which I guess is not wrong. And then, what was it? So then I was like super surprised that like playing like normally, like stacking with Dudupi and Danny, we were able to hit Diamond 2. And then I didn't expect that we were able to actually hit Masters. So, I mean, well, not didn't expect, but it's like, Diamond 2 I was already super happy with, but I was like, what if we hit Masters or something, like, I don't know. I was totally ready to accept that we just end the split as Diamond 2. And then the Arya, like, Twitch partner stream happened. And in that time, like, in the 1v1, she was like, oh, like, you're like, between Diamond 2 and Masters, like, definitely Master capable if you haven't hit it before. And I was like, holy shit. And then, like, gave me, like, the boost to, like, want to do it, so yeah. See, 2 masters in 1 night is so crazy. I still can't believe we did it, Danny. Hello, Sword of Destiny. So happy to be in Diamond again after being reset to Silver. Oh my gosh, so true. I'm like so afraid. Like, okay, when the next split happens in 10 hours, is it gonna send me back to like Gold 4 again? I don't know. But, yeah. But yeah, I remember, okay, one time during the rank grind, I was like, right, this is the part I wanted to talk about, that I forgot. I went on a tangent and then forgot. But, so like, it's like, so like as I mentioned, like the first time I hit Diamond 2, when was that? That was season 23, split 2. And like I had like, you know, Ren and Pisu like kind of carry me over that to the Diamond 2 line. And then part of me always felt like, oh, maybe I didn't deserve it. Because, you know, they were carrying me, they're really good. And then, so when I hit Diamond 2, this split's just, you know, just stacking. I was like super happy. To like hit Diamond 2 in a way that I felt was like fully legitimately, if that makes sense. And then I remember at one point during the master grind, like one of the days, I was just only playing pubs, but I was screen sharing it in the Wingman Discord. And then at one point, like no one responded to the comments. I think I was too busy playing, and like no one else was talking about that because other stuff was happening in the game at the time. But then there was one part where I saw Ren, like KSX Ren, he posted in the voice chat, and he was like, either I am unknowing or Daipan's mechanics got better, and I was just like, because I know I haven't played with Ren in like months, so I was just like, oh my god. I was like so happy when he said that because I don't know, you know, because he was like one of the guys that carried me to Diamond 2. But then when he said that, I was just like, I don't know, you know. It made it made me really happy to hear that. So yeah, I mean, don't tell him I said that, but yeah, it was like something that I like. What is it? I kept thinking. Obviously, I'm still mentioning it now, but it's like something like I still think about. So, because I remember at some point, there was one point I can't remember when I was messaging him about something, and then I was just like, because I was having like one of those doomer days, you know, and that was like months ago, and I was like, oh, I wish I was better at this game, you know, kind of stuff. And he was like, you know, I don't remember what he said at the time, but he was like, what is it? I don't remember exactly what, but it was something to like make me feel better, and was like, oh yeah, like don't worry, like reassuring, that kind of stuff. So now that I like, you know, it's been months since then, and then like just randomly pops in and comes back from hiatus and is just like, whoa, like you've improved a lot. I'm just like, oh my god. But yeah, don't tell him that. That's really embarrassing. Oh my gosh, Danny, I feel so. What is it? After not touching my computer for like the whole weekend, that's enough to make me feel like I'm rusty. So, oh my gosh. That's why I was just like, oh, I don't know, I'll just casually play it tomorrow and all that stuff, and then kind of get back into it. So, I don't know. I remember a super long time ago, like, I don't remember how long, like a year, maybe 2 years ago. Like this is before Vess and I had many like Apex friends, or like an Apex, like a community that plays Apex that we were in. Like Vess and Vess asked me before, like, oh, we should if I want to do ones with him. But I was like super shy because I knew that he was better than me and that I would lose most of the time. So I was just like, what's the word? I felt really bad because I don't know, because I just kept losing. So I was like very discouraged. And then at some point, I don't know. I mean, obviously I don't really do them anyways, but because I really wanted to improve, I was like a lot more open to losing and like doing it. Not that I did it, but I would have been if I was doing it a lot more okay with it. Doing whatever it takes, to get better. So. Will they reset based on hidden MMR again or like usual? I'm not actually sure. I think they might do the hidden MMR again, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, because like this account got sent to gold 4 and the other account got sent to gold 3, so really I don't really know what's gonna happen. But yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Even if it gets sent back, I hit it, so that makes me feel good. But it's just like, so I guess because this split, as like literally the day the split dropped, I started grinding ranked right away. So it's just like it felt like it took forever. But then at some point, like mid split, when I switched to playing my other account, like when it was actually like regular gold lobbies and stuff like that, I just like basically got back to diamond in like what is it, like a few days or something. So I don't know. I feel like because I grinded for like the whole first week to get back to diamond, but then later in the season, it only took like 2 or 3 days to get back to diamond on my other account. So it's just like, what's the point of playing ranked early if I'm not like going for if I'm not going for pred or anything like that? So I might as well just wait for the first week out and then go actually play ranked again. So I have time to play other games, and remember that other games exist. And not trapped in this game only, so yeah. But it's like Masters has been like my goal for like a super long time, so it's just like, oh okay, so what should I do now? Oh my gosh, RuneScape. To be honest, I haven't played RuneScape in a while. True. Well, I feel like in the end, I'm just gonna fall back to Apex anyway. So yeah, I don't know. Despite all the shit that I said just now, I'm probably gonna end up playing Apex most of the time anyway. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm super excited for the 1v1 arenas though. I feel like that's a nice, like official ones type thing. So yeah. I don't know, Danny. Will we ever be free? That BB wants us to hit Masters again next split. So well, we'll see it. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not like I don't feel pressured anymore. So yeah. There is a song though. That I would listen to a lot during the Masters grind. I'll post it in Discord in the Song of the Day channel. Or not Song of the Day, Wisdom of the Day channel. I know it's a forbidden topic, but I first heard this song during a game that should not be named. I don't remember if it was like a world champions or like an LCS or something, but But that song was like in my head the whole time because it's just like the lyrics are about like, oh, like it's just a matter of time until you hit your goal, you know, something like that. So if you're not already in, this is the server. Oh shit. Did I just press? Alright, one thing about that, like making a server invite when you have streamer mode on is like really strange in Discord, I feel like. It doesn't behave as I want it to, but I mean, obviously it's for like protection, but it's like behaves weirdly. Anyway, I don't have anything more to talk about, I guess, and like my voice is already like disappearing, but I think I'm gonna end it here. I do want to play the new season, and I want to play Vantage tomorrow. But, yeah. Why is the server banner shoes? Okay, so I didn't know, like, for some reason, everyone wanted to boost the server, and then I didn't have anything to make as the server banner, so I picked Gwenkin's picture and made that into the server banner. So, but I never actually like, I never expected that the boost would actually stay for like more than a day. So I just kind of left it like that because, like, what was the point of like making a server banner if it's gonna disappear because people don't boost? Because I would not expect people to actually boost a server. Like, go boost a different server, go boost an actual server. That's like not this. So I didn't actually. I just like left it as it is because I'm lazy to change it. So that's why it's been shoes for a while. I am Yankee about the new Vantage changes I'm like so pleased. I'm really curious to see how it feels like and performs in a game, so. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you're having trouble with the link, like, it should be, like, obviously I didn't post the full thing, but it's like discord.gg/ and then that, so, yeah. Anyways. Again, I'm gonna call it here. I need to continue unpacking and cleaning my room. And I still have work tomorrow, and I also want to rest my voice for tomorrow, so. Anyway, thank you so much everyone for coming. So yeah, it was nice catching up. I haven't streamed in like weeks. I was just like, oh my gosh, do I even remember how to stream? But yeah. So can't even, oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. I can't even name how many people came today. It's like, actually, hold on. I'm gonna write this down. Also, totally, I forgot to say hello, but hi Miwu, thank you for coming too. All right, okay, hold on. So before I forget, for the people that just came, Like, if I said the word hand sandy to you, do you know what I'm talking about? Do you use this phrase? If I say hand sandy. Also, I'm very sorry, I live by a very busy road, so it's like occasionally you can hear cars. I tried to like add like, you know, noise filters into OBS, but sometimes they still come through because they're very loud. But it's very warm in my room, so I kind of don't have a choice but to have my window open because my aircon is very loud, so it's either one or the other. But yes, if I said the word hand sandy, would you know what I'm talking about? Oh, what the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you just joined. That's crazy. Sound panels? Okay, so my sister actually tried that before in her apartment. She tried to like install like sound panels and sound curtains and stuff. And she said it didn't really help, so I'm kind of dubious about that. No, you guys wouldn't know what hand sandy is? Okay, fine. I hate you guys. So you guys should say hand sandy or hand sandy instead of hand sanitizer instead. Don't worry, I know, Anorak. I'm pretty sure your username is like Kami Demo Akuma, right? I remember learning about this during one of the customs, and then also the part when you're like, what was it? Arya was stacking with someone, and then you were stream sniping them. That's when I remembered again that it was like the difference between your Discord and YouTube names and Apex name. So yeah, I kind of figured like soundproofing, like after, once you already have like in a constructed building, once you're trying to add stuff in, it feels like it doesn't really work. That's kind of been my impression too. So I just feel like, I don't know. Unless you get one of those like expensive like soundproof booths. I don't know if those actually work, but I always see VTubers talking about them working. Like for example, like ASMR VTubers or like just any VTuber, just like they buy one of those rooms and it's just like, I don't know if it actually works, but those look super expensive. But that's like, I mean, I don't know. To be honest, those are way too expensive. I don't have space for that, so I don't really know. Okay, there was one time I tried to set up NVIDIA Broadcast to see if I could try and reduce that kind of stuff. And then the mute didn't work properly in NVIDIA Broadcast when I streamed. And then I was too afraid to try it again, so I just didn't use it anymore. So yeah, that's my thought too, Sword of Destiny. So I was just like, I don't know. I don't really care if you guys hear like cars in the back, so yeah. Oh my gosh, Teroken! Ohio. Oh yes, that's the one. That's the one. When you're with the, it was Korean Blur and Denaria. Yes, I remember that. So yeah, I was just about to end stream by the way, Todorkin. So yeah. Um, the next stream is when? It's tomorrow. Apex Legends, starting at 8 p.m. PST, which is my time. And then yeah, I want to try the new season. But obviously, okay, obviously, if Arya is still streaming, then I'm probably not gonna be playing at that time. But we'll see. I wait to be kind of sure. To be honest, I know it's super important. I know I see people talk about it being super important online. How as a streamer you should know all this audio stuff. It's like way over my head. And also audio stuff is expensive, so I'm just like doing whatever with what I have, you know. I mean, I'm okay with it. If you guys are okay with it, I'm okay with it, at least. If it's that important, then I guess, I don't know, I can consider it, but see. But I kind of feel okay. This is another thing. The thing is, I felt really bad and like stupid about this because in Azatsu, there's literally no other audio because I didn't find any BGM because I was lazy. And then the fucking background is just like the default background because I don't have a Zatsu background or anything, so the stream is just like so basic, but I don't know, for some reason, even though it's so basic, and you guys can hear cars in the background and shit like that, it's just like, oh, like, for some reason, like 20 of you are like here for some reason, which like really, I don't know, scares me, makes me nervous, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know why so many people are here just for me, but appreciate it anyways. Here to support the bread push is crazy. Wait, excuse me, Kaibo? What? Wait, what's going on here? Kaibo alerted like 5 of you? What is going on here? I'm kind of nervous about that. I'm just gonna end the stream. I appreciate it, but I'm also like super shy to see like so many people coming here at once. I'm not used to that. Yeah, but thank you so much everyone for coming. But I wish like YouTube chats, I wish you could like scroll back to the very beginning of everything that happened the entire stream, but I like went through the chat earlier and I was like typing out all the names that I saw and I was like, what the hell, why is it like 22 at least of you that actually came throughout the stream and like left a comment? I was like, that's like so crazy. Oh, and no, sorry. I'm not doing a desk slam. Oh my gosh. Alright, thank you so much everyone for coming. Good night. I want to say Odayo, but Odayo is just like Ohio, which was only for the morning. I don't really have anything to end the stream. Thank you all, and... Alright. What's it I burn?